One is we can call it the puzzle for Zen training. And I want to talk one of the koans, famous one, which I worked on 30 years or so ago with Maezumi Roshi in Zen Center, Los Angeles. Maezumi-san, I was referred by Nansen in Japan, a famous scholar. And Maezumi-san asked me, choose one koan out of 48 in Gateless Gate. And I chose this one, and he liked it. And I want to talk about it. So let's go straight in what this koan is and what might be the meaning of it. It's a story of Joshu, a Zen monk meeting Nansen, who he thought is the master, and had this dialogue. So the koan is to realize the meaning of the dialogue, what's pointing to, and how to realize the meaning in our life. Ordinary mind is the way, is the koan. It starts with Joshu asking Nansen, what is the way? Nansen said, ordinary mind is the way. Joshu asked, should I direct myself toward it or not? And Nansen said, if you try to turn toward it, you go against it. Joshu asked, if I do not try, how can I know that it is the way? Nansen answered, the way does not belong to knowing or not knowing. Knowing is delusion. Not knowing is blank consciousness. When you have really reached the true way, beyond all doubt, you find it as vast and boundless as the sky. How can it be talked about on the level of right and wrong? And with that, Joshu got enlightened. So that's the koan. And when you have koan, you try to get the essence of it. And I went back to meet Maezumi-san and sit in the room one-to-one, first reciting the koan, and then share your insight. And that was the koan, so I went through what the meaning, and then when I finished talking or reciting the koan of Nansen and Joshu, the one that I shared, I was to give my insight. I remained quiet. Why? I thought that's the right answer or the right way. And after a while, maybe through 3 minutes, maybe longer, I don't remember, Maezumi-san said, so what? So pointing that my silence was not good enough for him. So I said something, I'm not going to go into detail. And then we had lunch. So at this moment, my answer of silence is the answer, as much as I felt at the time. That was before my awakening. But my intuition is like that. It's not right or wrong. You cannot describe it. So, pure silence with ordinary mind. But he didn't like, or he didn't take that as the answer. So he asked to say something, but that's not the point. I think Joshu got it, and he got Satori. And I had the intuition that point means still the silence is a good answer, at least for me. So this morning when I was meditating in this Let's Meditate series of videos that I post every day, I was talking about it, but also talking about this Japanese expression of Okage Samade, which I shared in the video. But what it means is the Okage, O is the respect form of Kage. Kage is shadow. Okage Samade. So the Sama is also respecting. So due to the shadow is the expression when people meet, exchange their greetings. Sometimes they may say good morning, ohayo, or konnichiwa, but Okage-sama is kind of polite form of greeting, maybe more traditional than the younger days. What it points to is something bigger than you. There's something in the shade. It's not noticeable, but it's there. So respecting to that unknown force, if you want to call that, is the expression of Okage-sama. As I talk now, I feel like Okage-sama could be replaced by Namu Amida Butsu. I throw myself for the vow of Amida. The Amida become the Kage behind. But Shin Buddhism point that it's not for greeting, but could be seen as greeting. So the point of that is like that koan, ordinary mind. I'll post that whole koan in the description. You think about it, or you see through it, the meaning of ordinary mind. For me, ordinary mind, the state of that mind is to connect that Okage-sama idea. In other words, Kage is shadow, but is hidden from the mind, and therefore it's like a heart. When we're busy in the mind, we don't know what's going on in our heart. When we know it, it's like a blue sky in the expression of the koan I mentioned. What is blue sky? That is for each to find, but if I want to characterize, it's open emptiness, vast emptiness, transparency, and you have that sense of connection, aliveness within yourself. That's the unknown force, make us to be alive, bring out wisdom, compassion, and keep us alive. We may not know it, our mind may not know it, but the ordinary mind, without thinking, not saying right or wrong, you are connected to that, live from that. And Okage-sama is pointing that when you meet people and appreciating what's behind. Have your ordinary mind. You may lose it, you may find it. Like Saichi said, go to Pure Land and then you come back. That's as human. I think it's one way to explain the meaning of Okage-sama and having that ordinary mind to live. Ordinary, not in the sense of ordinary, but ordinary in the very basic sense of as it isness, with the way of nature.